Hi, it's Maija here with my end of the year TBR. So these are all the books I would have liked to have read before the end of the year. I don't think I can get to this all, but these are the ones that I am feeling like reading at the moment and ones that I have also owned a while. But let's start with the first thing that I have out from the library. This is Elizabeth Hand's Waking the Moon, and this is an interlibrary loan that I need to return quite soon. So this is my first project. It has almost 500 pages. The font is really small, so I should really get to this. This is penned as a gothic fantasy, so it is set in our world with fantastical elements where the main character goes to this university which is ruled by a cult. After that, my next project will be these two chunksters. I want to reread The Traitor Baru Cormorant by Seth Dickinson, one of my favorite books from the year that I read it. And then I want to go straight to The Monster Baru Cormorant by Seth Dickinson, my highly awaited sequel. I don't think I would have to read this one in order to remember things or something like that before reading this one, but I want to reread this one. I really do. So these two, they're also quite big. Then there are older books that I have owned for a while. Most of these I bought as birthday gifts for myself at the end of last year. So my birthday is in December. I bought these in December 2017 and I haven't read them. So I would like to read some of these, especially since winter is coming. Winter is coming. I didn't do that on purpose, but winter is here and then I feel like reading historical fantasy. So what I have here is Under the Pendulum Sun by Janet Ng, and this is set in the Victorian times with the Fae. People can go to fairyland, and I think there's missionaries who go there, and the main character, her brother has disappeared, so she goes to find him. Then I have Stephanie Burgess's Masks and Shadows, which is set in somewhere in Europe. I can't now remember where it was. It talks about the Habsburg Empire. I also have Snowspelled, a novella. I think it's set in Regency, sort of fake England. That one is set in a magical world, but it's sort of the counterpart of England. And I have that on my Kindle, and I also want to read that one. Then I have The Beautiful Ones by Silvia Moreno Garcia, and this is set again in a fantasy world that is reminiscent of Paris during the Belle Epoque, and there's telepathy. Then I have The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. This is set in Cairo in the 18th century. The main character is a con woman and she summons a djinn. I also have The Tropic of Serpents, once again set in a fantasy world but reminiscent of sort of Victorian times. In this world, dragons are real and the main character is a dragon naturalist, so she studies dragons, and these are her memoirs. These are by Mary Brennan. This one I've owned for quite a while. I actually bought the third one in December last year. I can't remember when I bought the second one, but I really like the first one, so I'm surprised at myself that I haven't read the second one yet. Then there are a few books that you just saw on my London book haul that I would like to read. They are quite short. I have Agatha Christie's Cards on the Table, the next Poirot novel that I have to read. I have Jane Yolen's a short novel in verse, Finding Baba Yaga. Fairy Tales, it's written in verse. It's going to be a short read and I think I'm going to love it. And then The Victorian Chaiselongue by Marganita Lasky. And this is a Persephone classic, and it has science fiction elements, so that's why I'm really interested to get into this one. It only has like 99 pages, so it's a quick read. And finally, I'd also like to read The Lie Tree by Frances Hardinge. You might remember, it was like at the beginning of summer when I picked up from my TBR chart the challenge to read a hardback that I own. I still haven't read any hardbacks that I own. And I said, I think in that video, that I would most likely read this one. So maybe I'll do that before the end of the year, but who knows. I can't even hold these up properly, and these are all the books that I would like to read before the end of the year. I have, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's try this again. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going by feel here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books plus the ebook novella that I have that I would like to read before the end of the year. I know I can't do that, but I'm gonna read The Traitor Baru Cormorant. I'm gonna start my reread soon. I'm gonna read Waking the Moon, and then some of the rest. I haven't even looked at my like challenges video, like what I plan to read at the start of the year when I made my video for 2018 plans, because I know I talked about rereads and reading classics in that one, and I don't think I have read any of the books that I showed in that video that I said that I was planning to read during this year. So I'm not even going to look in the direction of that video. Just know that cancel all those plans. I'm gonna read these ones instead. So let me know if you have as magnificent pile of books as I do that you would like to read before the end of the year, or if you are just taking it easy. Like, I'm not taking any pressure from reading those. I would just really love to get to all of them, like right now. If I could read them all at the same time, I would, but that's too much even for me. So that's all from me for now, and I will see you in my next video.